and he picks up the rock on his own.
Erlin and James Riley will go at it, and there you go, Kark. Erlin wins the face-off and gets possession, at least temporarily, to defending champs. The NHLs will try and track down the loose ball. Doesn't, but it goes out of bounds for Yale. Slide comes now over to Jack Todd. Inside Sessa, he scores!
The cage against this Georgetown sort of strange zone they've got going on.
And it's interesting because Joey Sessa makes a living on the left wing. So he cuts inside there, a little change of pace, and Morrill's handling.
This is Tevlin, part of that second midfield. Get inside to go ahead, he scores!
Face-offs, he can play defense, he's in the transition game, and now you see him operating because of Georgetown's zone behind the cage. Is there anything 12 and white can't do? Well, feeding Matt Gaudette is something that you want.
Tide coming on as well. Sessa will look to dodge. Gets down to the mouth of the goal, hits it off the post, but in! The ricochet off the post and off of Green Wing.
He was an attackman in high school, feasting on defenders, so when he came to Yale, they move him to midfield. He's a change of pace guy. When you dodge an attack in that in-between zone area, from behind and up top, you see that three-quarter by Guinness. In front, and Brandon scores! Well, there you have it. Who led up the goal. Dad clapping for the twin who scored the goal. Amazing stuff, but Georgetown's got to protect the paint. This Yale team averages over 50 shots per game, and they don't to this game.
Kark, you mentioned it now as Georgetown.
Morrill again beats Brandow, and this is looking too easy right now for Yale.
Looking to start this game, you see the switch in the man there, and Yale takes immediate advantage.
Well, that's a great point, Mike. And what happens when you switch defenses? You go man zone. The chemistry of the units and the uncertainty and the timing of things can be tough, but this is a spectacular goal.
He's got Ty up top. Thought he might fire. This one dodge, now he does and scores.
This is year against UMass, scored 7 goals. The big stage, he's not afraid of it. And Jack Ty, the big stage against Duke, was masterful in the national championship game. So now it's season 2.
Arnold wins it to himself cleanly.
We talk about changing guys as Yale relentlessly again. Tevlin hits his that shot. He's just faster than the opposition. His wrists are too quick, his escapability. And when he has the ball, he can trigger.
Inside and scores. Dylan Watson, the young Canadian, buries it for Georgetown, and they're on the board.
The attack play of Bucaro and Caraway is A+. They just got to get the rock. When you saw Bucaro's vision, Big East Offensive Player of the Year, 4 in blue with a nice little shake. He uses the pick and the head up.
You've been down on defense a lot this game. If you're Georgetown, you've tried and cycled through man and zone. Sitting there scratching your head.
Christian Kropp, as we saw in the Ivy League tournament, Paul, he is not afraid.
In about a year, and I'm sitting next to 2 Jack guys, so you appreciate strength. Kropp will be an absolute beast down the road for Yale. This is a kid.
He's given himself some confidence, a couple of big stops. Now he's made a couple. He's just been under fire all game long. Here's Morrill, right in front. He'll score easy.
Because of his defense.
No, he's not. And here's the issue. They went inside early. So now they're protecting that inside paint.
Quickly behind Morrill. Rolls back. He'll shoot. Brandow is there.
Lump in their throat at this point in the game. It's still early. You've got to be that steady force.
Bucaro now has a tough angle and buries that one.
Dan Bucaro was one of Kevin Warren's first blue chip recruits. Everyone in the country wanted this kid at Ward Melville High School out on Long Island in New York. Why? His playmaking ability. Tore his knee a season ago, came back in the spring in better shape than anyone, He's got the quickness, he's got the awareness, and I like the feet of the Georgetown defense on that last possession.
Bacaro on fake, that's a great matchup slide. Comes Bacaro, gets open though, and bounces it in.
The state playoffs up at Marist College in Poughkeepsie, and I said, wow, someone is getting a big-time dodging attackman that will run at anyone. And that's preseason first-team All-American Chris Fink, who's trying to play the physical.
Coming out of the first quarter, you got a chance to finally catch your breath.
Carl spins around, fake, and scores.
Teams equal amount of possessions. This offense is that good for Georgetown. But what I love about Bacaro, his line mate Caraway had a short stick on him. He still called for the ball. He knew
Ceremoniously bounced from the playoff last
No
night.
question. Lamar, though, that's easy again. He is just owning that move right there.
you're not communicating properly. You're going to get short sticks on the best offensive player for Yale. Behind the cage, that shorty's out of his element against a guy who's in his...
Dodge on a shorty. Fires a shot right into the crosser. Brandau was getting a little confident.
Yeah, two great stops. One low, one high. Stoned his brother.
Aslani now down the alley. Will he take a shot? Up top. This is a big shot for Caraway. He buries it. Kark, I believe, a little while ago. Then he pulled it for the goaltender. Those two brothers right now.
When they had the lead, I love what he's done at Georgetown since he arrived.
Brandau again stoned by Brandau. Oh, and then a shovel right in front of the goal. The ball just...
And then you make that defensive stop, and then you have to deal with this.
Exactly. They're already getting an easier lot in life because of what they've got in the face-off X. Now you've got balls bouncing their way like that. The mental game of here we go again starts to creep in.
Freshman goalie makes a big stop. Gibson says something.
Oh, dodges now. Oh, had an opportunity. Still doesn't get Jealous. And he scores. Great catch by Danny Jealous just to reel that one in. And then he beats Brandau.
I mentioned earlier he's an attackman in high school, so you put a shorty on him there. Bye-bye, smell you later.
It's just too quick. We talked about the wrestler at the face-off X. How about a guy who both uncles wrestled at Penn State? Low man wins, regardless of the sport. He's got a little bit of a natural advantage, but he puts it to work.
And his mom's a CrossFit instructor, so if you don't think that they're taking, yeah, your eyes just lit up.
I can't do CrossFit. It's way too much goal. And it was 4 right off the jump. I mean, there were 4 goals scored in this game.
And there's Caraway again. Oh, sorry, Bacaro knows that Chris Fink, 31 and light, typically owns matchups. Not today. I love the assertive approach by the senior, knowing this could be his last game. The Yale defender is going to help a little bit here. So if you are Caraway, you have more room.
Here he is. Weitzel stuck on him, and he scores!
At the attack in the country behind Grant Ament and Mac O'Keefe from Penn State. It's Bacaro. You saw him in the first half with 4 goals. Mike, you mentioned it. Caraway needs...
Jet fans as big as Coach Warren, too?
I don't know. He's a Jet fan, a Bama fan.
He's a Caraway fan, too. The deficit is now down to 4.
Georgetown just didn't have the ball. You give them opportunity after opportunity, they will dodge relentlessly from the attack spot. We saw Bacaro now 2 in a row for Caraway. Typically a righty.
Will he take a shot? No, a great pass and a goal!
T.D. Erlin absolutely dominated play in the first half. But guess what? Georgetown's not going away. They have a freshman goaltender in Brandau who's playing his best lacrosse down the stretch.
This defensive end now in a way we did not see from them in half 1.
Collar, that's, oh, Brandau. Right on the doorstep.
Nothing is best compliment for this kid. When he catches the ball inside, sometimes I think it's Matt Gaudette. The way that he catches and puts it across his face and he finishes, this kid is...
Over back. Mazzone couldn't save it for Georgetown.
There's still something to be said for having a game plan for a guy like that at that particular position that gives you a sense of calm.
Okin scores!
Is a freshman. Athletically, he's a freak. He's a big slab of beef who can run. He plays the defensive midfield position. A lot of times those guys don't get the credit. Third quarter kind of lifted the stadium, right? Woke him up.
Will Vaccaro keep it going? He does!
Against one of the most feared players in college lacrosse. Chris Fink, this time he goes after another Yale defender in Will Weitzel. So it doesn't matter who's on Danny Vaccaro today. They're going to hold for this last shot.
Caraway scores!
I thought they would milk a little more clock, shoot around 11 or 12 just in case it went out of bounds. You had another opportunity, but when you're a sharpshooter, you feel it. And you know your comfort zone, and that is the exact spot that Caraway.
They got two quick ones in succession right at the end of that third quarter. Brandow back to his left, down to his right, and scores!
This, you say, wow, that looks like Matt Gaudet finishing inside. But this is what Brandow can do. If you put a shorty on this kid, he will feast and get to the rack. He's not the fastest guy in the world. He's not the quickest, but the instincts.
Crossing the passing lane, just deflected it temporarily. Here's Rooney with 12 seconds left on this man-up situation. Oh, no chance. No chance against Matt Brandow. That's his fourth of the day.
Scores and attack for Yale.
We'll forgive you. It's happened to both of us before, too. It's easy to mistake the two.
It's the best compliment Matt Brandow can get when someone says he looks like Matt Gaudet finishing the rock, but yeah.
Sessa now down low to Gaudet. And he buries it. Make no mistake about it. You said it, Carr. Next time he gets it there, forget about it. It's good.
Canadian century, Matt Gaudet absolutely balled out in 2018.
Morrow from Sessa. Down low. Look at that was Gaudet. I almost called him Brandow. That was Gaudet.
You can't rest because you know the offense is coming back at you with TD. And that's house money for an offense. You can make some plays and take some chances and risks knowing that you will possess the ball more than the opposing team. So that's like house money. So that's why you can average over 50-plus shots per game.
Being better for it despite having to swallow some pride.
Kotler now jump shot and a goal. The defending champs are feeling it now here in New Haven.
Playing time. He's a smooth lefty out of Syosset, New York. A couple other guys playing in the tournament. Alex Kincannon from Johns Hopkins and Mac O'Keefe from Penn State. All from that is so present in this program.
It really is, and the pressure on these guys,
Goodness,
is reapplied now by Georgetown.
There's Rob Clark with both players are cleared from the box, so we're even strength. Take another look.
Well, Clark is like that glue IQ guy. He plays attacking. When Vaccaro went down last year, had to take on a little bit more of a
ball right here. Battle for it, won by Georgetown.
And go back to the regular season. He won 26 of 31 against Penn State.
Look at Vaccaro. I mean, this guy has put it on the turf. He's put it all on the field, literally.
And in the fourth quarter, he is so tough. Throws his body everywhere. And I mentioned the speed of his dodges. He does not go 70-80% ever. Chris Fink is having a really difficult day. But the guy at Penn is waiting for round 3.
And you know who's waiting for Penn is Johnny Surdick, AJ Barretto. Oh, come on. Vaccaro with a one-handed goal. That's 8 on the day.
Every
in his
goal
career, isn't it?
Every goal is more impressive than the last. And he understands, he sees time dying on the scoreboard over there, and it does not matter. This is as relentless an effort as you'll see in any sport.
Okay, I mentioned Fake hadn't been beaten cleanly too many times. That time,
They put on a show today here in New Haven.
That'll do it. The defending champion, the Yale Bulldogs, advanced past a scrappy, tough Georgetown.